Hi friends, I have a really important message to share with you, and I would so much appreciate if you can just take out a few minutes to make sure to watch this entire video. And this is a message that I've been promoting since the very beginning on my stories and in my live, but now it needs a permanent place on my feed because it's getting even more serious. We are about to receive an infiltration of horrific footage of hostages and of brutality and torture, and I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for us to stay away from watching any of these videos, from watching any of this footage. It is detrimental to our health, to our emotional health, to our mental health, in addition to the fact that every time we watch or post any of these videos, we are aiding and abetting their psychological warfare against us. And it is psychological warfare in the most demeaning, degrading, and despicable way. It's bad enough that they are brutalizing and torturing our brothers and sisters physically. We will not allow them to torture us mentally, psychologically, and emotionally. Now, this is extremely important, not only for us, but for our children. Please, please, I beg you, don't let your children watch anything not on social media. And if they don't have social media, be very aware that they might be getting videos sent to them on WhatsApp, or they might be watching on someone else's phone. Please, please have a conversation with your children. Warn them not to open any videos that are sent to them. This is all part of their plan to break us down, to demean us, and to knock down our spirit. Now, I understand the pull and the temptation to watch all this footage, especially for those of us outside of Eretz Israel, when we might be experiencing some sort of survivor's guilt, and we feel like the only way to stand in solidarity with them and to have real empathy is at least we watch and see what's going on. We need to know every detail. We need to see everything so that we can feel everything. And here's what we need to understand. We must resist the temptation, because watching these horrific videos can lead to serious trauma, serious depression, irreversible damage for ourselves, for our children. It can paralyze us with fear. The Torah warns us to take our health very seriously. V'nishmartem me'od lenafshosechem. This is our physical health, our emotional health, our mental health. And the Gemara says that a person who delivers bad news is a fool. Why? Because it is unhealthy for the person to hear bad news. And if you're sharing bad news with another person, the Gemara says it's a foolish thing to do, because we have to make sure that people are kept healthy and only feed them things that are going to keep them healthy. Now, of course, if something happens, we'll hear about it. And it's okay, sometimes we have to stay informed, but don't go seeking it out. Don't go reading every website, clicking every link, opening every video that's sent to you. Let's not seek out this unhealthy information, because it hurts us. It hurts you. It hurts your children. You see, the problem with seeing something as opposed to hearing it is bad enough. But when you see something with your eye, it becomes etched into your subconscious, and it lives there forever. And it creates permanent, irreversible damage. Now, I know that sometimes we think that we have to see it, because how else can we have compassion? How else can we have empathy? Well, here's the thing. There's another Gemara that teaches us that if you have too much rachmanos, if you have too much compassion, you don't have a life, because you are hurt so much by everything that you just can't live anymore. You have no quality of life anymore. It's not healthy for us. We don't have to be freaked out in order to have empathy. The opposite, in fact. Instead of you becoming more of a Rahman, you become less. Instead of becoming more compassionate, you become less compassionate, because you become numb to everything. And then people's lives are minimized to numbers. So we're supposed to have empathy, of course, but we are not supposed to be broken down for life. We have to make sure we don't wear ourselves out so that we become numb and then actually lose our compassion and lose our empathy. Now, here's the thing. Israel needs to broadcast this footage, because they need to show the rest of the world what's really going on. We need for people to see the truth so that we can fight the media war. But amongst ourselves, we already know. We believe it. Many of us have grandparents who've been through the Holocaust. We know the thousands of years that we've been through. We know it. We don't have to see it. Also, scrolling on social media is a distraction. It distracts us from being productive and proactive. It distracts us from doing what can really make a positive difference in this world. And as I said before, I understand that sometimes we feel like we have to watch so we can feel connected. And sometimes it even feels righteous to watch so that we can know and feel for them. But really what they need most from us, our dear brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael, whether in the field, whether in their homes, whether they're in pain, what they need most from us is shalom between us, is love between us, is acceptance between us. They need our mitzvos, they need our tefillos, they need our simcha, they need our smiles. Looking at pictures or videos of torture, of death, of destruction makes us weak. And if we want to really be there for our brothers and sisters, we have to be strong. What makes us strong? Watching videos of kindness, of chesed, of generosity, of compassion, of love. And trust me, there are no lack of those videos going around. We have to focus on the love that's surrounding us, not on the hatred. We don't fight darkness with darkness. We fight darkness with light. And it is our job to bring that light into the world. That's what we can do for them. Shine our light into the world. And we're taught about that in this week's Parsha, Bereshis Bara Elokim, the beginning of everything, the beginning of the Torah, the beginning of the world, the beginning of life. We are taught Hashem created the world. Hashem is in charge, that we know. He's our creator, he's our leader. And then he created Or v'choshech, he created light and darkness, which means he put good and evil into the world. And sometimes it looks like tohu vavohu. It looks like a bunch of chaos and confusion. And the world doesn't know the difference between the good and the bad. They don't know the difference between the light and the dark, right or wrong, truth or falsehood. But then at the end, Hashem tells us, Vayehi Ar. Vayehi Ar, there will be light. Even when life seems like it's tohu vavohu and it's chaotic and we don't know the difference between the light and the dark, or when light looks like darkness and evil presents as good, Vayehi Ar, it will be light. How will it be light? Because we are going to shine our light. We know the truth. We know the difference between right and wrong, truth and falsehood, good and evil. We are the ones who will end the darkness in this world. How? From all the light that we are going to shine. So let's be very, very careful with what we watch. We have an opportunity now to be mekayim a mitzvah deoraisa of shmiras einayim. Lo sasuru acharei levavchem va'acharei einechem. Do not pursue the desires of your heart and your eyes. We're doing both of that. We have a temptation to use our eyes to watch things that are unhealthy for us, for our children. And when we refrain from doing so, when we resist that temptation, we are being mekayim, the mitzvah deoraisa of shmiras einayim. How are we teaching our children to respond in a time of crisis, in a time of tragedy? Are they going to see us with a phone in our hand, or are they going to see us with a tehillim in our hand? Are they going to see us perpetuating the darkness or creating the light? Are they going to see us getting angry at the hate or spreading the love? Are they going to see us paralyzed in fear or proactively living our lives, doing our mitzvos, the simcha, with passion, with intention? Are they going to see us being afraid to be a Jew? Or are they going to see us being even more Jewish and an even prouder Jew, despite the fact that our enemies do not want us to exist? Remember, our enemies could only attack our bodies, but they can never attack our souls. And they're trying to do that. They're trying to demean us, but they will never attack our souls. They will never attack our spirit. We will always have our dignity. We will always have our light, and we will always shine that light into the world, and we will use that light to dispel all the darkness. Vayehi Ar. That's us. Love you all.